pretty people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey girl, hey, my name is Cameron and welcome to the chaos. So today I have something a little different for you guys. I am going to be doing a nail tour, like a nail supplies tour, basically showing off everything I use, how I rate them, how they have, affected me, and like the experience I have with them, like all of that. So let's get into it. So the first things that I use, of course, will be all of my nail tips. So as you can see, I have quite a bit. They still keep on going, but the ones that I use are usually like square shape, because all my nails are usually, long square, short square, medium square, all that type of stuff. But I do have other tips. So like I have these long stiletto tips. These are Tamika Song. English is hard. These are the Tamika soft gel half matte tips, and half matte tips are good, especially whenever you don't have like a file on hand or an e-file on hand. And this means that the inside of the nail where you glue it down is already etched out, so you won't have to, do any further etching or further filing or anything, so they can adhere better to your nail. So I do really like these. It's still kind of full because I'm not really the biggest fan of stiletto on me, but I did have quite a good time whenever I did use these tips, so I do recommend. Also, I will have all of the products and where they came from listed somewhere on the video as I talk about them. So if you ever wanted to, Most of these tips also don't have like a label on it, and these are ones that I have gotten from my mom, so I don't know where they're from. These, I can tell you, are the kind of like oval shaped tips. I don't know if I'll be able to show you on camera, but like they're oval tips, and I don't really, go towards oval either, because it's just a personal preference. But I think I do use these for my practice nails if I'm like wanting to practice a new design or a new a new design or whatever. I will use them on these. So I mean, I say they're pretty good. Some more nail tips that I bought but I haven't used, these are also from Amazon. These are the Beetles. Beetles will forever be my favorite brand when it comes to nail products, not even just nail tips, but nail polish, their nail lamps, their everything. Beetles is just so good. These are the Coffin medium, and these are also etched, so you won't have to do that. I haven't opened these yet. I bought these to mess around with new clients, just in case they didn't always want square tips. I had to have a variety of different shapes. I have some stiletto nails. These are the extra long full cover tips, the soft gel tips. These are from Amazon as well. I do enjoy these. I sometimes use one of these to help take off my nails, but yeah. I have some more just square tips. These are, I remember the label, but these are extra long square tips. These are from Amazon, and these are also etched. And then my favorite, by far, my favorite tips are the Penrose nail tips. I used these in my last video actually to do the Ladybug and Bumblebee set, and I really enjoy them. I like whenever a nail tip, what you want to look for in a good nail tip is one that basically already has that overlay. So one that's not super thin but already has that thick like body, so you won't have to worry about bending or breaking or anything like that, because it's made to structure like an acrylic nail, but it's Gel X. So those are the main tips that I use. I do have other tips which are these, and they're like the kitty tips. So these are like the smaller tips, just in case I do, baby's nails or like kids' nails, when I get to that point in life. Another favorite of mine are also the duck nail tips. These are from Amazon. I can't remember what brand they are, but I did really enjoy these. Next, I'm gonna get into all of my powders and glitters and like spider gels and all those things. Like I said, everything that I do own as far like nail wise does come from Amazon. So if I can find links, I will put them on the screen, or if I can find, you know, I got you, girl. So first I'm gonna go in, like I said in a couple of videos back, I believe in my first video, it was my last video, I don't have much experience with like poly gel and with acrylic or even dip. I had always, you know, gravitated towards Gel X and press-ons and all that stuff. So I did want to practice doing acrylics and dip powders and like all those things. So this is just one of the acrylic powders that I have in shade 11. It's like an orange toned powder, and it's really pretty. I just haven't gotten around to, you know, testing it out. It did come in a set, and the other ones are around here somewhere. I'm sure we'll get to them. Another one that I have is the Milky White Non-Stick Hard Gel. And this is really sticky. This I would use for like 3D flowers or like lines for chrome or things like that, because they keep their shape really good. And it's just one of those things that, you know, is pretty beneficial to whatever I want to do. This is from O and Nail Mail, and it's also from Amazon. This is in the shade Milky White. Another one, that one also came in a set, and the other ones are, I believe, in my other thing. But now I'm going to get into the spider gels. If you don't know what a spider gel is used for, I mean, mainly, like, they come around a lot during Halloween because it mimics that, like, spider webby, like, kind of texture and kind of design. So you can take, I take my brush. People have used their fingers, but like, oh, you can see now, like, it's stringy and it like takes the shape of a spider web or anything. So people usually use this for like lines, and like you can just like put it on the nail and it, you know, makes its own design. I really do like them. I have it in white, and I believe this is the black one. I also have it in black. These are from the brand O and Nails too. I really do enjoy a good spider gel. Next, I have all of my chrome powders, and chrome it can be really difficult to work with, but it's so pretty. Like, honestly, I use chrome quite a bit. I have gold, I have like a rose gold, I have a like shimmery kind of diamond white, I have silver, and I have red. So these powders are also from Amazon. No, these are from Temu. These came in a set. There's no brand on it. Guys, I'm so sorry, but like, you'll probably be looking at the video like, girl, she don't know where nothing is from. But I'm sorry, but that's just, you know, what I use. Next, I'm gonna go in with all of my rhinestones and like 3D things and diamonds and all those things. So I usually get all of my charms and diamonds and stuff off of Amazon as well. Most of these already came in their own little package, and then if not, if they came in bags, I like to put them in like old nail containers, like the nail these, and if I ran out, then I'll fill them with nail charms. And I mean, that's just the best way for me. I like having all of my charms in one place and like organized and all that thing. So first I'm gonna start off with the nail stickers that I use. I use specifically like sticker wise, I use specifically like the nail art that I don't think that I can, you know, draw. If it's like super tiny, I'll just put a sticker on it. If it's like super detailed and I don't want to, you know, draw all that, then I'll use a nail sticker. So these are pretty easy. These are just like regular stickers. You take them off and you just apply them to your nail, and then make sure you seal it with a top coat, and boom, very easy. Usually I used to use nail stickers. My mom used to put them on me whenever I didn't have like actual polish. Like, she'll put the nail stickers on me, and yeah, it was amazing. Next, I'm gonna go in with my rhinestones, and usually rhinestones come in like the little circle containers. So I have several different types. I have gold ones, which are like stars and moons and things. I have the regular diamonds. Oh my gosh. The regular diamonds in different shapes and sizes. So I have some stars in here, some triangles, squares, rectangles, all those. And then I have some random ones. They're just kind of, yeah, they're random. You'll see. And then I have colored diamonds. So I have like purples and blues and other things, and I have more colored. Okay, now I'm going to talk about more glitters. This is where all of my like hard glitters are. I do have them color coded in rainbow order. And these are all like the thick glitters. Like these are the kind of arts and crafts type glitters. So if I want to make a textured glitter now instead of using like a gel polish, then I'll use these. Now we have all of my other rhinestones and things, and these I have flowers. I have some more like different sized diamonds. I have more different sized diamonds and different colors. I have red and like this like translucent one. I have some rose gold ones. These all came in a set. These are from Amazon. It's just different ones. Like I have some glitters, some like foils in here, and I just really enjoy using these. Most of them are almost gone because I do enjoy a good rhinestone or a good charm on my nails. And I feel like Amazon has the best ones. Bless me. And last but not least, I have some more of the thicker, like bigger charms. So these came in a set. These are like, I call them my ballerina charms. So they're like pearls. I have them in pink and white. These are like I said, I call them my ballerina charms because they just give me that vibe. They're like bows and hearts and like all the cute things. These right here are some more like randomized charms and some more thick glitters. And then I have bigger pearls and then some more randomized charms. Now I'm gonna get into my nail files, nail brushes, and like nail supplies. So I put mine in this little box that I made. It's just a random box. But we're gonna start off with like the nail files and buffers and things. So a nail file and a nail buffer is used to, well, there's two different kinds. So you have your standard nail file. They come in different like what are these called? Different grits. So I usually use a 180 or a 100 grit, and this is to completely like roughen up your nail so you can get all the grease off and the oil and like make it super dry so it can adhere to your nail better. A nail will not stick on unless you do use some sort of file. So I have a regular file, and I also have an e-file, and it's in here somewhere. We'll probably get to that. But yes, you definitely need a good file. I usually use the cheap ones from like the dollar store or from like the beauty supply. And this is the Beauty Secrets Superior Nail Products one. I really do enjoy these. They're super good. Next, we have like the cheaper ones that usually come with like your nail kits or things. These are actually really good too. Like I said, they're different grits, so they can be, you know, like harder on nails versus like easier on them. If you do have like a sensitive natural nail, I would suggest that you use like a easier grit, so like 100 or like a lower grit, and then if not, then up your grit. Then I have these. These are buffers, so these actually smooth out the nails. The buffers are usually used for manicures instead of like applying press-ons or applying gel tips or anything, because this actually smooths out your nail and for the polish to get on there if you were to get like a regular manicure. And then these are just some more of the regular 100 out of 180 grits files. Now I have all of my brushes. So nail brushes come in different shapes and sizes and things, so it all depends on what type of nail art you're doing. So I'm just, you know, touch on a few. So we have fan. We have fan brushes, and these are usually used for like applying some like glitters or like things. That's what I use them for. It may not be like the technical thing to use them for, but this is what I use them for. I use them to like pick up glitters and then put them on the nail, just like kind of fan it on, kind of like a highlighter brush. You know, whenever you put a highlighter on your thing, you don't want like too much on there, but you want, you know, some shine. That's what I use these for. And then we have the long skinny brushes. I use these specifically for line art, and mainly French tips, because they're easier. For one, the brush is longer, like the bristles are longer, so it picks up and holds more product. And two, it's easier to just glide one stroke with the French tip versus having to go back and, you know, redo things. So that's what I like the long brushes for. And then next I have some acrylic brushes, and these are just different size depending on what type of, how big of a bead that you want to pick up. Yes, I know I don't have much experience in acrylic, but I do know some, like, I know the basics. So I have those brushes. I also have dotting tools. Dotting tools are the little tools that you see with the hard like metal outside, and these are self-explanatory. These are for making like polka dots or like different, you know, dots. Next I have this like molding brush, and it's flat on one end and then arched on the other, and I use this specifically whenever I'm working with hard gel to make like 3D flowers or like the 3D things. It helps me like shape it. Next we have the smaller line brushes, and these I use for like smaller line details. So opposed to the long bristle brushes that I use for French, I use these for like smaller details. So like if I'm drawing like a character or something, I would use this for like the eyes or like the eyebrows or things like that, because you don't want like a super big long brush for small detail, if that makes sense. So yes. So I did find my e-file. So an e-file is an electric file, and you plug it into the wall and it just like goes round and round because you plugged it up basically. And it comes with these different heads, so you just pop them off and it comes with different ones. Here is the one that I use specifically for like cuticle work, if I'm like trying to break off that cuticle. And then here's the box that it comes in with different ones. You have sanding bands, you have more cuticle bits, you have longer bits for like your toes or like filing the whole nail. And I just really enjoy these over a regular file, because I feel like it's easier to work with for like beginners, and also for those who are more, it's easier to work with for everybody because it's doing the spinning for you. Last but not least, we get into the polishes. So most of my polishes I do leave in this green basket because I don't have room for anywhere else. And then as you can see, Beetles, I have another box of polishes from Beetles. Like I said, Beetles will forever be my favorite nail polish brand, because they have so many good colors, and like you get so many polishes for pretty cheap in my opinion. Another brand that I do like have some experience in is, forgive me because I may not know how to pronounce it, but it's spelled G-A-O-Y, so I'm like Gaoy, but they have really good base coats and top coats. Another good polish that I do use, this one is kind of old, but the MIZHSE, I'm gonna just spell them out because I really don't know how to pronounce them, but they have good like bright polishes, like the good super vibrant polishes, if that's what you know, gravitate towards. I have all of my polishes in color order, in rainbow order. So I start out with my reds and oranges, and I make my ways to the greens and blues, and then end with like all the neutrals, like the browns, the blacks. That is all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions, feel free to comment them down below or DM me on my Instagrams or my TikTok or anything like that. If you want me to go in depth about anything that I covered today, also let me know. I will make a longer video about these products. And I just thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way through, I want you to comment a the nail emoji, this one right here. Like I said, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and I love you.